open. Alright, I'm gonna live stream it.
Nice.
Did you say nice?
Yeah, I said nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I have my microphone level turned a little down, so Audacity turned it down a little bit.
And now it's up.
Yeah, now it's up. Yeah.
NXT Takeover. And some wrestling news.
Oh yeah.
So what do you want to start with?
Like we always do, NXT and into the WWE show.
Okay. Alright, tweet that out. And let me just pull this up here. Hello everyone, welcome to the show that features crackpots, high spots, and chair shots. Today I have with me Ben.
Good. Your hate has made you powerful.
Let the hate flow through you. Yeah, this week me and Ben are going to talk about the Royal Rumble, NXT Takeover Phoenix, and some other big wrestling news that happened earlier this week.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if you've read online about what's going on.
Oh, I'm aware. Thanks,
Okay.
namely to Total Divas episodes.
All right. Yeah. So let's just start over with NXT Takeover rather.
All right. So I missed this opening match, and I feel like a jerk.
Why'd you miss the second best match on the show?
I fell asleep on the way home on the bus, and it was super cold, and I didn't want to bring my phone out. You know, my hands were in gloves. My gloves aren't the kinds that you wear while holding something. They're just big, chunky ones.
Yeah, it's been fucking forever. It feels like since I've last watched these shows, so I barely remember much of any of these fucking matches.
Last time we did one was in November. That was the last takeover too.
Yeah. No, but the War Raiders came out. They had a really kick-ass entrance with like Vikings.
I saw that.
Yeah, with shields and spears and shit, and that was super badass, and the crowd was super behind them. Yeah, you know the War Raiders, Hanson and Rowe. You've seen them before in like war games and stuff. Like you know what?
Yeah, that was their coming out party.
Yeah, they were badass, and they beat out Undisputed for the tag team championships. Like again, I don't remember much of this stuff happening, but I remember this was being a badass match, and yeah. As we get to the bigger matches, we'll have more to say, but yeah.
Yeah.
And you've actually seen Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno.
I caught the last half of it. I just want Matt. I just like Matt Riddle because I know you listen to our show. Put some shoes on, please, my guy. Especially after that disgusting spot with Cassius Ohno.
He ate his toes.
Yeah, like oh, well, I was like, well, at least the foot fetish people are happy, but it's like come on, man, put some shoes. Like they made Rusev put shoes on. Put shoes on, okay? Jesus.
Yeah, this was easily the weakest part of the show.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell like Riddle was just not there yet. Like because I know he's fought Ono before on NXT, but like I'm not fully buying him, and I don't like his gimmick all that much.
He's just the MMA guy. Who's
a
bro.
Yeah, that's the part I hate. Like, oh,
why do you hate bros?
It's like I don't know. I don't like bros. Bros are hoes. There you go.
No, bros aren't hoes. Yeah. Anyways, Matt Riddle defeat Cassius Ohno, just like everyone that faces Cassius Ohno beats Cassius Ohno.
He's the Dolph Ziggler of NXT.
Oh, poor Cassius Ohno.
And he was good. That's the thing. But like, he's all paunchy and shit. Like, you can't take him seriously anymore.
I didn't even know him as, what was it, Captain something?
Well, it was Chris Hero, I think
Chris
that's what he
Hero,
was.
yeah, yeah. I didn't even know him back then, so like I have no idea who this guy is. I'm just like, whatever, who cares? But yeah, next up is a match that's actually worth talking about. Johnny Gargano facing off against Ricochet.
Only second match of the weekend, if for not for another match that happened on Royal Rumble. This is great.
Yeah, so it was amazing how this match involved a third person, even though he wasn't in it.
Yeah, that was. It was. It's a great example of storytelling through wrestling.
It really is. Um, yeah. So basically, in this match, he was facing off against Ricochet for the North American Championship, which is now their secondary title, kind of like the U.S. Championship. And you can see throughout his whole mind that he's trying to be good, trying to like not cheat to win and stuff, and like go the extra mile and like go into the darkness. But essentially, at the end, where he had to take off the mat in order to beat him, the mat's on the floor, drive his head into the mat or the floor rather. Um, yeah, go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, like it was just a stellar match. Even when you take away like the sort of it makes me really regret not watching NXT just to see Tommaso Ciampa play puppet, as Aleister Black calls him, puppet master. Manipulating Gargano and into doing the things he's been doing, and then like of course the Star Wars parallels are just there. It's just like, you were the chosen one, god damn it. But
You
even
were the
then,
baby face.
exactly. But like even then, like Ricochet has it, man. Like if this dude isn't a big star when he gets up to the main roster, like they clearly don't know how to they don't know how to book him if that happens, because he he's not great talking. Like he has enough of talking ability that he gets by, but like the dude is just so spectacular in the ring, and just how athletic he is. Like some of those twists and turns he does midair are just ridiculous. But then also like he's like and in a great, he knows how to tell a story within the ring too. It was great.
Yeah, like even before the match, I think they were doing it on the pre-show where they were saying like Ricochet was telling him, he's like, I'm gonna bring you back to the light. I'm gonna make sure that you don't like turn. It was really fun to hear them talk about it like that.
Yeah, like good guys versus bad guys. Like you're not this way, Johnny. You're not this way.
Yeah,
And unfortunately, Johnny he succumbed to the temptation that was the title, and that what most people do, and that they will do anything to win the title.
mhm. All right. Next up was Shayna Baszler versus Bianca Belair.
Oof.
You didn't care for it.
Well, I just thought, well, one, I'm tired of them doing the same fucking thing with Baszler. Like it's like for the past several title defenses, it's like all the MMA girls run in, oh the high spot into a submission, oh it's over, oh okay. Like it's just and she's not bad by any means, but it's like there's nothing about her that gets me excited when I watch her. She I know she's supposed to be this intimidating kind of character, but like I don't feel drawn to watch her. Um, and Bianca Belair, you can tell like there was a couple of spots where they botched it a couple of times, like more than once. I felt like personally that she might have been a little bit nervous. Um, uh, like I just thought there was no cohesion to the match. It kind of felt it roughly trotted along until it ended. Um, I did like the finish though, where she doesn't tap out, that she merely passes out. You don't see. I mean, I'm glad we don't see that enough. We don't see that a lot, but at the same time, I wish we could see it a little bit more. To show like a wrestler's toughness. It doesn't make them look weak when getting out to a submission. They didn't tap out. Um, but I just thought overall the match was a little bit rough.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say. I just realized I took notes during the Johnny versus Ricochet match.
Oh, now he
Uh,
finds the notes, people.
yeah. Cause like I didn't know if we're gonna do the show or not, cause we've kind of just been like iffy about wrestling lately. Um,
Yeah, but we always do at least the big shows.
Yeah. So what I really liked about the Johnny versus Ricochet match was they started off with mat wrestling. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, that
they
was good.
they didn't go right to the action like high flying moves and stuff. Ricochet's Spider-Man gear was pretty damn cool.
Oh yeah, the Miles Morales gear. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Um, I even say here, Ciampa's corrupting Gargano to go after the North American title. Uh, Story of the match was that Ricochet was too fast and high and nimble for Johnny, so Johnny wanted to be more mat-centric and technical. That's how they started off. Uh, yeah, and then Johnny just became frustrated. He couldn't hit his moves like the slingshot DDT and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, he had to go to the concrete to win that. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wrote. And then Tommaso Ciampa versus Aleister Black.
Uh, very work the leg kind of match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I liked it. It was fine. And I'm not surprised that Ciampa retained. It was a very it wasn't either of them, both these two super wrestlers' best matches, but it was a very good match and very entertaining one to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, it went to the leg because Aleister Black's Black Mass, his kicks, or is like his most offense. That's how he uses his offense. So yeah, he had to take that out. There's also a spot in there where he was going to go to the concrete, right?
Yeah, he did the same. He did the same thing. I don't think he actually connected though, but I think he did pull up on the mat. It has been 4 days, people, or
Yeah.
more than 4 days.
It's been a while. Yeah, he did a fairy tale ending a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, there was a lot of like, I'm gonna do a finisher, kick out. I'm gonna do a finisher, kick out. You know, it was a lot. It was a lot of those kind of. It was a lot of that. It was that kind of match towards the end.
Yeah. And then at the end, Ciampa's going to the stage to celebrate, and then who comes out? Mr. Johnny.
Darth Vader himself.
How cool would it have been if he came out with a Darth Vader mask?
Oh, no, that would have been over the top.
I know.
I think, but like, I just like that symbolism. By the way, somebody put this on Twitter. Like at the end of it, you can see Johnny glaring at the NXT title. So it's like he's kind of siding with Ciampa, like because I don't think this is gonna be like a tag team or anything, but like, he definitely agrees with Ciampa in that we got to do what's necessary. But he's probably gonna try to do the same thing and take that NXT title from him.
What if they form up again to form DIY 2.0, the evil DIY, win the tag belts and like just hold all the gold?
That would be sick. And then the what are they called? Adam Cole's Undisputed Era has to be the. Well, I don't want them to be faces. That's the thing. Because I feel like that's better served for Undisputed Era. Is for them to, because I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna have them have all the gold at some point. I'm surprised they haven't done it yet, but I feel like that's what they're gonna do.
I thought they did at one point, but maybe I was wrong.
Except for the NXT title, which they have yet to put Adam Cole in that kind of mission. They had the tag titles in the, and of course Adam Cole won the first North American champion, but they haven't had at least Adam Cole go after the NXT title yet, which I think they got to be gearing up for that soon.
Mm-hmm.
He's been with the company for almost a year and a half now. I'm surprised they haven't pulled the trigger yet.
Yeah. Speaking of having them tag Ciampa and Gargano, they're doing a 3-man match for halftime show.
Yeah.
What is it now? It's Ricochet.
It's Ricochet, Aleister, and Velveteen Dream versus Ciampa,
Gargano,
and
is it Adam Cole? No.
Adam Cole, yeah, Adam Cole for at halftime heat.
All right. How do you watch that show? Is it just like during the?
It's just on the network. I think they said network is probably gonna be. I think they said the WWE Network, YouTube. It'll probably. It's like it'll just be on during the. So instead of watching Maroon 5, which by the way, I love how they openly like just shots fired at Maroon 5. Like, why would you want to watch that when you could watch this? I love that. But do you remember the last halftime heat they did?
That was the Rock versus Foley
in an empty fucking stadium.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, that was, if I remember correctly, because I remember, well, that's the one where I think Mick Foley dropped like a pallet of,
Forklift. Yep.
yeah, on him. I'm like, God damn.
Yep. And they went over the top with it with having Rock do the goofy faces in the
Yeah.
close up. Yeah.
I hope we'll actually have a live audience. Not maybe I don't think it'll be live, but I hope we have an audience this time and not have it be taped.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. Yeah. So that is NXT Takeover. Moving on into the Rumble now. Goddamn. Did you watch the pre-show at all?
I saw the Rusev Nakamura match. Was there another one?
Bobby Roode and Chad Gable versus Scott Dawson and Razor.
Oh, the revival?
No, one half of the Revival and one half of AOP.
Oh my God, why?
Because I think they had AOP and then like one of them got sick or something. Like their partners were like injured or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I
So
didn't
it's just
see
like
that
here you
match.
go, have it.
Yeah,
All
it just reminded me Bobby Roode wasn't in the Rumble match, and that makes me upset.
right. Yeah. I don't really have anything to say about any of this shit.
Yeah, the Nakamura match was all right. I caught the tail end of it. Saw that Lana got hurt and everything. So
I missed the Buddy Murphy, Akira Tozawa, Hideo Itami, and Kalisto match.
that was a fun match. Like it started a little slow because I actually saw that one. But like once it got towards the end and like its kicks and high flies, it got really entertaining really quickly. You know, like some people could attribute it as a piss break, but I don't know. I think it's too early for a piss break at that point.
That's the pizza break where you go to the door and get the pizza.
Pretty much, but
that's what I was doing.
Yeah, it was a good match. It had a solid finish, and of course, Buddy Murphy is still the cruiserweight champion, which that's ridiculous. That boy is above 205 pounds. Come on.
I think Hideo Itami's retired, by the way, or he's leaving.
Yeah, I thought.
Or whatever.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna say that for the news at the end.
Oh well, we're talking about him right now, so.
Okay, yeah, he's officially he's no longer part of WWE. He's going back to his original name, which was Kenta.
Right. And then we had Asuka versus Becky Lynch.
Oh my God, this is amazing. It was as good as I wanted it to be, and the right person won.
Yeah, it was a pretty great match, especially at the end where they were doing all those reversals of like pins, like leverage pins on each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like their flow was just so good. I just don't know if they should have had like, because the overall take of the show is like shorten your goddamn shows.
Yeah, I think you say that for WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Just like all these big ones for some reason are 4 hours. I'm like, nobody wants them that long.
It's like I'm up at like 1 a.m. trying to get some sleep to go to work the next day.
Yeah. Thankfully I'm off, but I'm just like, I got shit to do tomorrow, please.
Yeah, I can work from home sometimes, so I got away with it because this week has been incredibly cold and lots of snow. So yeah. But yeah, I just think they shouldn't have had this match. They shouldn't even have built up Becky versus Asuka because Becky's like so hot. Like she doesn't need to be near Asuka right now.
Well, the good thing is that her heat was not killed because of what what happened later on, which is a testament to Becky. And Absolutely. Her and just how over she is.
Correct. Next up, another match that didn't really need to happen: Miz versus Shane.
Yeah,
against the Bar.
I started watching this match, like on my way home, and then like I was like, again it got cold, so I put my phone away, and when I came back, oh, it's over. Oh, I don't care. They
should have put this shit on the pre-show. But anyways, Miz and Shane won. They're now the tag team champs.
Miz is gonna turn on him, right? That's what they're building up towards. They have to.
That's what they're thinking. How fun would it be if Shane turned on the Miz?
That'd be messed up. But I also like the Miz being the shit heel because he's better at that than being like a good than being a baby face.
I don't know. I like the Miz, but he's just been in like so many weird places on the card. Like it's just and weird storylines that I don't really care about.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Um, and then we had a really good match: Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks.
Match of the fucking weekend.
You think so? Really over
Yeah,
Gargano?
over Gargano and Ricochet. Yeah,
Wow.
I was yeah. I thought like a lot of good reversals. The match had a good flow. You
Sasha
know,
Banks matters again.
well for now at
Well,
least.
she did.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. This is, and I knew it because like Sasha's a good like again. It's like Rousey's still learning, and she's this good. That's what's scary about her.
Yeah,
But I knew Banks was gonna bring out her best.
yeah.
Like this is she always does, and it's a shame she's not treated as much respect as say the other ladies are. Um, I kind of wanted Bailey to come out and like cost Sasha the match. And maybe like actually have them properly feuding, but I think they're gonna build them up to be tag champions because I know that's we're getting women tag titles soon. But just it was a really good fucking match. Like,
Mhm. Um, I guess we'll save it for the end as well with Ronda Rousey.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then we had the Royal Rumble for the women. We had Lacey Evans, Natalia, Mandy Rose, Liv Morgan, Mickey James, Ember Moon, Billie Kay, Nikki Cross, Peyton Royce, Tamina, fucking, Z- fucking Anthony told me how to pronounce this name. I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna butcher it. Zia Lee, Sarah Logan, Charlotte Flair, Kairi Sane, Maria Kanellis, Naomi, Candice LeRae, Alicia Fox, Casey Catanzaro,
The 14-year-old,
Zelina Vega, was dressed up as Vega.
which like that got the biggest pop from me all night. Like, oh shit, she's actually like, yeah, she has the claw and everything.
It was pretty great. And we had Ruby Riott, Dana Brooke, Io Shirai, Rhea Ripley, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think somebody in our Discord wanted Tony Storm, but I was like, who is
Yeah.
this woman and how much do I have to pay for her to stomp on me? Like, how
Hmm.
much? Like,
Uh,
she looks like a hardcore dominatrix in all the good ways.
yeah, she's pretty badass. She came out and eliminated Casey and Zelina like when she came out. It's pretty good.
Yeah, she's huge.
And then we had Sonya Deville, Alexa Bliss, Bailey, Becky Lynch with the surprise entrance, Nia Jax, and Carmella.
I thought it was an okay Rumble for the most part.
Yeah,
Um, it got exciting at the end, especially when it came down between Charlotte and Becky. But overall, I thought it was a perfectly fine one.
yeah. The way that Becky Lynch came out was that Lana was actually number 28, and then
Yeah.
Becky came out and was like, "Let me in the Rumble. She's useless. What's the point of having her?"
And like I did not know if Finley was still with the company. Like I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't
Uh,
know either. I didn't know. I guess he's like doing some booking or I don't know.
he, he's something
He's
with,
a
but
writer, creative. I
yeah.
don't know. But yeah, he's doing that. Um,
But you could feel how hyped the crowd got when they saw Becky.
yeah,
Like the energy, because like for the most part the crowd was kind of lukewarm on the Rumble. You had a couple of nice
cause they
spots.
cause they teased that Becky wasn't gonna be in it until she came out, and it's like, oh hell yeah. Cause like I think it was like 30 people came out, and then Becky came out, cause Lana was still had a broken leg. I can't even remember how she broke her leg.
No, she remember like I said in the pre-show, she got on top of the apron and she
Oh
got bumped.
yeah,
So
that's right.
now I'm thinking this was always going to happen, but instead of using the ankle like something legitimate, they were going to have Nia attack her from behind and then go to the ring, not taking her spot or anything, but just like going in advance.
Hmm.
And then Becky would come out.
Um, yeah, it was a good rumble. When it got down to the last two, Becky was selling a leg injury, which was pretty good. Charlotte
Oh
was
yeah.
pretty evil about it.
Oh, yeah, channeling her fucking dad, and that she had that manic look her dad used to have whenever he get crazy. It was awesome.
Yeah,
But
that
I can fight. I can like just that, like how and like I'm not. Who knows how much of it is legitimate? She might have legitimately hurt her leg because when you saw how she fell, I could believe like she's legit hurt. Like she might have torn like some or like a kind of like tweak something. Also from fucking Nia Jax, because considering she's not the safest person in the world to be in the ring with. But that whole final moment was great. It was so fucking hype. And finally, and they 2 years in a row they picked the right person to win the Rumble.
Yeah. If they went with Charlotte Flair, everyone would be so fucking pissed.
Oh, she would have been booed out of the arena. She would have been booed out of the arena. It would have been no contest.
Yeah. And now all we need is just Becky versus Ronda Mania.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Don't put Charlotte Flair in there.
Yeah, just main event it. Last match, Ronda versus Becky Lynch. Just fucking do it. You want to make history, WWE? You do that, and it'll get people watching.
Yeah, I think that's probably their most hype match for the year.
Which is again, it's as great as Rousey is, as great as Rousey has been this past year. It's all in a testament to the man, to Becky Lynch, because of just like ever since SummerSlam when she just attacked Charlotte and just started this trend. She's basically the female version of Stone Cold Steve Austin without feeling like she's a Stone Cold ripoff.
Yeah.
Like she's her own character, but basically has that same sort of energy. I'm like, I don't give a fuck who's in my way. I'm gonna beat your ass. And I love it.
And then I think after this Rumble, everything died.
Yeah, because next was was Captain Planet himself.
Yep.
Versus the corporate champion.
Yep. Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. I don't remember anything from this, but Daniel Bryan won. I just remember the crowd being super dead and no one really cheering for anyone.
Because it was a lot slower match, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they were so joyous when it comes to Becky winning. Yeah. That this is I guarantee you, for a lot of people, this is their pee break match because of how slow it was. And
I think it's also not just the Rumble, like having them being so excited for that. Also, like, there's no real heel or face in that match, really. Like, Daniel Bryan's supposed to be a heel, but he's being pretty cool, like being Captain Planet, like the savior of our Earth.
Which, by the way, he has a 100% hemp WWE title, which I fucking love.
I thought we were saving that for news. God damn it.
Oh, well, we talked about Kenta. I didn't.
I know. I was just teasing you.
Okay.
Yeah, that thing looks pretty awesome. He was talking about like Daisy the cow, like you think about all the cows that get sacrificed and all that. And he doesn't want the leather around his waist, so he has 100% hemp. And also Rowan comes out now with a video with a recycle sign as the O.
That was great.
Which what the fuck is Rowan doing here? Like, why is he with Brian?
I thought he was a bludgeon brother. I guess he got better.
Yeah, I guess so. He's like, oh, I got my memory back. We were the Wyatt family.
But like, it wasn't a bad match. It just came at the wrong time. I feel like they should have put this before the Women's Royal Rumble.
And we had Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor.
WWE, you fucking teased me, and it was a legitimate great match. Next to the Bryan match, it's like when I think people have said it before, when Brock actually gives a damn, he can put on a good match, and yeah. I gave me some hope that, oh shit, are they really gonna do this?
Finn was beating him up pretty good.
Yeah,
he got a lot of offense in.
Yeah, which is like, he didn't do this for Dean Ambrose. He didn't do this for Randy Orton. He didn't do this for fucking Roman Reigns. Well, he did at SummerSlam, but like.
Did you see the video of him like going back to the gorilla and just throwing the Universal title at?
Oh yeah, I was like, oh damn.
At Vince, he's like, fuck this shit.
at the end of WrestleMania last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I really want to watch that now. I haven't yet, but I really want to. But like, I hope this match proves to fucking WWE that Finn Balor is over, and that he deserves to be in the title picture constantly.
Yeah.
Because he's such a good wrestler.
He is.
And it got so like again like that's the thing about wrestling. It's like you got to give that sense of believability, and it did. And then of course Brock wins, of course, and he has to he has to F5 him because he got mad, quote unquote, for the pain he put him through. But like it's Brock's best match next to Daniel Bryan since his return in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
And then I just catch up on news. Like I don't watch Raw and SmackDown anymore. I just listen to news updates about them.
Same
And Finn's going back to they're making Finn go back to the thing where he's like, "Oh, I got beat. I'm not good." And it's like,
oh my god!
I know, right? Like you
So
you
stupid.
destroyed the thing that you were working on for this match.
He did more damage than any other suit. He
came the closest. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a better match with Brock Lesnar than John Cena did. You look at the matches John Cena had with Brock, and John Cena gets obliterated, and one he barely wins, the other one he gets destroyed. Finn like again, Brock got in his suplexes, of course, but it wasn't all that, and that's what made it interesting. Like, fuck, man, I swear to God, he better have a big Mania match.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just gonna have the Demon come out and beat Baron Corbin again.
Which, now that he lost, I'm really glad they didn't beat the Demon. They didn't have the Demon come out.
Yeah, as soon as he wasn't the Demon, I was like, oh yeah, this is not. He's not gonna win.
Yeah, but I'm convinced that maybe we'll get, instead of Brock versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's what we'll probably gonna. Oh, I was gonna say that's probably what we're gonna get though.
Right, we're probably gonna get. But my hope is that maybe we get a rematch. Like Finn goes. I don't think they will now that they've had on Monday. But my dream was that on Monday he would have came out and said, "I lost, but I was this closer than anybody else, and I know I have the one thing that can beat Brock Lesnar." And then the Demon, at Elimination Chamber, and he beats and it's a No Way Out 2.0 where you have this small guy, top of the monster, and then we get a classic match between Balor and Seth on the grandest stage of them all.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty damn cool. Like if Seth went to go fight Daniel Bryan, and then you had Finn go for the rematch. Yeah.
That could because Seth hasn't picked yet, right?
Well, he came out and he's like, I'm challenging you, Brock, and then I can't, like, it's. Oh, and then I think he just got his ass beat. Like Brock just F5'd him 5 times.
Oh, who? Seth?
Seth, yeah.
God damn it. They could have drawn. There's no reason they could have drawn that out, and like with because you have both. You would have had both interesting play games. You could have had a godlike match with Daniel Bryan, which by the way that would have been noteworthy in itself to have Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan go 1-on-1, or potentially, well, what's the title picture going to look like? And then again you book it. Finn gets his rematch at Elimination Chamber. He beats Brock, and then Seth Rollins comes out and says, "I'm going after you." And then it's the Demon. It's the Demon versus the Kingslayer, and Seth Rollins. Well, because then I don't. Then here's where I get conflicted because I don't know if I'd want Seth Rollins to win. Actually, I think I'd want to keep the title on Finn and not just have him be a 1-month champion. But I would have had him win at the Rumble anyway. So what do I know?
Yeah. So Seth just got F5 6 times 2 days ago.
Yeah.
It's like, why even bother? Because, like, ideally you want to have them not touch each other until the fight.
They used to do that. Where like the 2 Mania opponents would not touch.
Yeah. Maybe that's a hint that Seth's like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go fight Daniel Bryan.
I'm gonna go somebody my own size.
But you made Seth just look so weak.
But they had a match in like during Seth's first year as champion, way back in 2015, and it was a decent match. So again, if Brock is willing to sell, like he did for Bryan and Finn, we could have another classic on our hands. But I swear to God, if I have to stay up 7 hours and get to the main event,
right?
And it's Brock again, because again, I want Becky and Ronda to main event.
Yeah, I want them to main event, but I also want to stay awake and watch the match.
Right, but if but it's more likely it's gonna be Seth and Brock, and I swear to God, if Brock goes over clean, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be so fucking mad.
All right. Yeah. So we talked about Seth Rollins. He won the Royal Rumble. What do we have here for the Royal Rumble?
Had a lot of new entrants. That's what we had.
So we start. Oh God, I just remembered that Elias and Jeff Jarrett started this off.
Okay, Elias isn't a grown, but why? Who invited Jeff back? Like on our watch alongs. Jeff, why are you still here? Why are you here?
Oh man, I can't remember. Did he come out with his old gear on?
He came out with his Raw '90s gear
Yeah,
with the straps,
okay.
and you can see his old man. Oh my God!
It did not look good then. It does not look good now.
Looks even worse now. I'm surprised he still fits in it.
And then they're like teasing we're gonna see the "My Baby Tonight" song, which was not a good song. It never
No.
was.
This was the most over Jeff Jarrett has ever been in his career. Jeff Jarrett has never been over. Never. He tells you that, he's full of shit.
I agree with that.
Ugh.
And then we had Shinsuke Nakamura come out, and then Kurt Angle, Big E, Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, that got the crowd somewhat excited because they're like,
They're falling
"Who's this
asleep.
guy?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Jinder Mahal, Samoa Joe, Kurt Hawkins, Seth Rollins, Titus O'Neil, which did the tease of the slide. He's like,
Yeah.
not this time. Which that's his whole gimmick. Like for the rest of his life, he's gonna be known as the slide guy.
Yeah, which sucks for him.
Kofi Kingston, Mustafa Ali, Dean Ambrose, No Way Jose. Which, hey, remember that guy is still here?
Yeah. I love. By the way, if you're not following me on Twitter, I jokingly announced I was part of the Royal Rumble. I just picked a random number out of my ass, and I find it so fucking funny that the 15th entrant. Of course, it's No Way Jose. Of fucking course it is.
Drew McIntyre, Xavier Woods, Pete Dunne, Andrade, Apollo Crews, Aleister Black, Shelton Benjamin, Baron Corbin, Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Randy Orton, and R-Truth. No, wait, Nia Jax came out and punched him in the face and took his spot.
Yeah, for some reason.
Like, how is that legal? I don't know. What's the point of having two fucking Royal Rumbles if all you're gonna do is just have women and men fight each other?
That's because she's bigger. She can take those bumps. That's why.
It seems like they're going into a more intergender.
Yeah, but you're not gonna
thing.
see like Braun Strowman clothesline Alexa Bliss. You're not gonna see.
Why not?
Because she's a tiny little woman. He would look. Braun looks like he can hurt by guys who are 230. Alexa Bliss soaking wet is like what, $170? Maybe less than that.
Probably way less than that.
By the way, I'm sorry, Alexa, but like I don't want to see that. I don't. Nia is a bigger woman. She can take those bumps. I don't want to see like Bayley, get the what's AJ Styles' finisher move called?
The Styles Clash.
I don't want to see Bayley get hit with the Styles Clash. I don't need to see women face the men. Like maybe in like a joke scenario or something, but like let's just keep them separate, Just don't mix them.
What else is there? Yeah, Nia Jax. She came out. Who did she even eliminate? Did she eliminate anyone?
I think she eliminated somebody.
Mustafa Ali. Poor Mustafa Ali, man.
He had a good showing though. He eliminated Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Like they're definitely trying to push him a little bit.
Yeah, she only got one elimination. Oh, by the way, R-Truth is now your new U.S. champion.
Yeah, now I saw how that went down. That was fucking weird. Which it's fitting because it's R-Truth. Which I love Total Divas capping that down. At first I was rapping, and then I was napping. We've all been there, R-Truth. We've all been there.
Yeah, so unless there's anything else you want to talk about, you can get into some of the more news-worthy stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad WWE picked the right person to win this time.
Yeah, who else would you have picked in that case?
Dean, probably. Dean would have been the only other one. Maybe Drew McIntyre.
Jeff Jarrett, obviously.
Uh, never want to see him again.
Which, by the way, he showed up on Monday with his fucking shirt again.
Did he get cheered?
I don't know.
If you cheer Jeff Jarrett, you're part of the problem.
Yeah.
You're making him think he's over. He's not. He's called from now on. Whenever we discuss that man's name, he will be referred to as his name in WCW, which was Slapnuts. That's his name.
Yeah. He came out and did his fucking Double J.
Oh, this is the now remembering. I love how they had two Kofi moments in this Rumble match. The first one was kind of all right, but the second one, I don't know if you caught it on commentary. I think one of the guys said, like, because of how Kofi and Xavier Woods were positioned, one of the commentators said, "This is not appropriate for television." And I could not stop laughing. Like,
was that the one where he was handstanding?
No, I think they were like it was both of them.
I was falling asleep in and out, so like I missed a bunch of this.
Okay, like it was they were like maneuvering on each other, and one of the commentators, I could have sworn it was Corey Graves. I don't think he's a part of the commentary team though, but he just, one of them says, "I don't think this is appropriate for television," and I couldn't stop laughing. Oh my god.
You talked about Dean. Let's talk about Dean.
Oh yeah, the most overrated person of the Shield. Yeah, let's talk about this guy.
Whoa. Hey,
look,
now.
I've never Dean Ambrose has never been special to me since he's been there. The talents are clearly Seth and Roman.
I am shaking my head in disapproval.
What about Dean name one good match? Name one good singles match this team has had.
You know my memory is shit.
Okay, fine, fair enough. But I can't think of a good singles Dean match.
I like Dean. His look. He looks like a badass.
He has a good look to him, but the man needs help.
Nah, I think he's been underutilized. He has great talent. Okay, so what's happening is that he's not going to extend his contract in April with WWE. They gave him an offer. He said no, and what people are speculating is that he's going to go to AEW, if not New Japan or something like that. And yeah, I think he's better off being in AEW because they don't really want to use him in WWE.
I still think they pulled the trigger on that Rollins Ambrose feud way too early.
Yeah,
that's a WrestleMania match right there. Like, they could have had all the flames stoked.
Yeah, they could have worked on that for like a year. Like, built it up, like have them team up with each other. The thing with WWE is that they just rush a lot of things a lot of the time.
And the thing is, they didn't used to. Like, there are storylines that would take years to resolve.
Do you think it's just because Vince McMahon he's 72 and he's like, I can feel my mortality going. I want to see all this stuff happen before I leave.
Possibly, but Triple H probably has to have some voice in it. But then again, Vince gets the final say. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, Dean. I can't believe you hate Dean Ambrose.
I've never liked him. He's never put on a great match. His gimmicks always range from. I mean, that's not his fault, but I never liked his talking ability. I never saw what was special in him, at all. And maybe that's because WWE is holding him back. But then, Seth Rollins is under the same umbrella, and that dude shines. Roman Reigns gets a lot of shit, but that dude actually, to me, is actually a better wrestler than Dean. At least he looks like it. He's just pigeonholed a lot and pushed too far, and that's not Roman's fault either. I don't know. I just never saw what was special in Dean. I just never saw it.
Okay, we have a new belt. What do you think of the belt?
It's hilarious. I know people were clamoring for it to be sold in the shop. I hope they don't sell in the shop just to keep in line with the gimmick.
It's a naturally fallen tree. How are they going to find naturally fallen trees?
Exactly.
Like, all these trees.
I hope they make them, and in in 2 weeks or something, or however long it takes to make a replica belt, he pulls a badass promo of how they're destroying you're just wearing faux belts or something like that.
Yeah, he's just like, you're just part of a trend. You're not real. You're not a real vegetarian like me.
Yeah, it's insane to me that fucking Dan O'Brien is getting this Captain Planet gimmick, heel gimmick over. It is any other wrestler would have died with this shit, and he's turning it into gold, and I love it.
Yeah, they could do a lot with this. I could see it sticking. Oh well, if it was a normal company, I could see it sticking around for a while. But you know, WWE. Um, what else here? Oh yeah, I also want to say like Renee. I guess Renee's gonna be conflicted now. Does she go with her husband wherever the hell he goes, or is she gonna
I mean, she's
stay?
her own woman; she can do what she wants.
I know,
I
I
mean,
know. I'm just saying, you know.
hopefully, you know what? Hopefully, this means anything because again, I don't watch WWE Raw, but they would. I remember when during the whole Seth Dean thing, they would constantly ask her, "What is Dean going through?" I'm like, I don't know. Like he's
Yeah,
like I'm like, hopefully that stops that shit.
yeah, that'd be awful.
You know?
Um, the stuff with Ronda Rousey, right? Recently, she wants to have a kid, so people are were nagging her about it. I can't remember what the hell it was. This actual story. I remember that it wasn't really good. Like it was a bunch of scummy sites like reporting on stuff. Like she doesn't want to work in WWE anymore. She wants to have a kid, and that's not true. But
No, like it's just I feel like because of Becky, we're getting sort of this weird backlash, and it's not Becky's fault, but like I think there's a subsequent of fans who never have liked Ronda Rousey, and they don't get why she's good, and they're looking for anything to hate on her,
yeah.
which is dumb considering she's amazing in less than a year.
Mhm. What else is I feel like I'm missing another story, unless I'm not.
I can't think of anything. I mean, we already talked about the Kenta thing.
Yep.
He's
Uh,
he is probably going to go to either back to New Japan or AEW.
okay. Ronda
Um,
Rousey, Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose.
did you hear about that? The security guard at the Royal Rumble killed the
Yes.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Say what it was.
So basically, there was an attendee at the Royal Rumble, and they were allegedly wearing an AEW shirt, and the security guard, apparently WWE security guard, made him take it off, and it brought attention to it.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna fault WWE in this one because I'm like nobody in the broadcast would have noticed that shit, and
I didn't even notice. I was just like,
yeah, they brought more attention to it than anything else.
yeah. Yeah, that's scummy, man. Like you should be able to wear whatever shirt the hell you wear.
Yeah, you paid admission. You're not harassing the now. Like if the I'm not saying the fan did this or anything, but if the fan was chanting AEW, or if like he was being harassing to the wrestlers as they came down the ring, because I think they showed him close to the.
If you're
close
being
to
a
the,
problem, then yeah, like sure. Deal
yeah,
with
but like
it.
if you're just wearing a shirt, I'm like I don't know. I don't know if it happened back in the day, but like it's the equivalent of like if you went to a WWF show and you wore like an NWO shirt, you know. I mean, you'd probably get mugged by a random asshole because of how hardcore the wars are back then.
Yeah.
But like
you were still able to
yeah.
wear it. Like people
Yeah,
wore
exactly.
Austin 316 shirts to WCW.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scumbag. Like I hope I hope that fan got his other shirt. Ideally I would have Cody Rhodes would have seen that and like sent him a free shirt. Like here you go, man.
That'd be
We
cool.
got you.
They did say that I think it was the Young Bucks or maybe Cody's. One of them said that if you wear a WWE shirt, you're welcome to come to our shows. Like it's not a problem.
Wrestling's wrestling.
Right.
We
Yeah.
just love wrestling. This is just another organization of wrestling. God.
Right. Yeah. I think that was actually the last thing I wanted to talk about was that. So
Okay.
we're all good. Final thoughts?
Royal Rumble was a better show than Takeover this time.
Wow, you think so?
Yeah, I mean just for the Rousey and the Asuka match alone and the Asuka Becky match alone and the Rumbles were good. The right people won. I mean not some stuff was kind of unnecessary, but it's a WWE show. But I thought the strength of this Takeover, while good, wasn't as good as previous shows. That energy just wasn't there for some reason outside of Ricochet and Gargano. Even the main event didn't have that kind of feel to it to me.
I strongly disagree. Um, yeah, I think it's because you probably missed the first match because that was a hell of a bar burner.
I mean, you're probably right.
Yeah. But yeah, like I can see, there's 2 duds on here. There's Matt Riddle, Cassius Ohno, and Shayna Baszler, and Bianca Belair. But other than that, everything else is pretty good, and that's 3 out of 5 matches. I just fell asleep at the end of the Rumble. Like, I was just, like, drifting in and out of sleep. I wasn't paying attention to the men's Rumble. I was just like, whatever this shit is. And so that's just my takeaway, is that these shows need to be way shorter. Like, too bad if you can't have everyone on the show. Like, I want to be able to sleep. But yeah, Ben, where can the people find you?
You can find me at twitter.com/marvelousiggy. And you can find me live at twitch.tv/Iggy2814.
And you can find me, your host Thomas, on Twitter, C Street Thomas on Twitter. You can also find me at chargeshot.com, where all of our audio, video, and written content lives. You can also check out our YouTube page. We're going to be live streaming all of our episodes there now, since we're off Patreon. I also added a new shirt or a couple new items in the store, so check those out if you want. A couple of throwback memes and sayings that we said throughout the show history.
The Brock Lesnar got memed the fuck out of this.
That one gif of him and his face.
Oh my god! Have you heard Cowboy? Have you seen the Cowboy remix one?
No.
You know that yodeling cowboy, right?
Yeah, I love that meme. Yep, it's great.
Somebody put that vocal, and they corresponded with Brock, and it's the greatest fucking thing ever.
Can you send that to me, please?
I'll post in the wrestling Discord.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, check out our Discord. We have a wrestling Discord. Come talk about wrestling. We type out. Sometimes when we get together, we type out it's a type along. We have watch alongs, and we have type alongs. But yeah. Check that stuff out, and until then, guys, don't get hit by a chair.